Amanda here with Homeschool and Live, and today it's kind of a bonus video. I have a very special guest. What's your name?
Jack.
Jack. This is my favorite oldest son. And a tradition that we have in our house is we make homemade caramels. Jack, when do we start making homemade caramels?
November the 1st.
November the 1st. They wonder why I won't let us do it all year, but when you see the ingredients in these, you'll know why. We just do it November 1st, and what is the very last day that we make them?
Is it December?
December 31st. So we make them from November 1st, we make a batch, we eat on them, we give them away. We eat on them, we give them away, and then we make another batch, and we just stop on December 31st, and then we don't make them again until the next year on November 1st. So today we are going to show you how we make our homemade caramels. And all my kids actually, well, except for my youngest, they all make them by themselves all the time. But I would say you make them the most, wouldn't you say? He makes them the most. I think we've been doing it for about 10 years. So here we go, let's get started. Okay, the first thing we do is we get out all of our ingredients. Jack, you want to point to them and tell them what they are, or do you want me to do it?
You can do it.
All right, first we got 2 sticks of butter. What is that, a cup and a half? We do a cup and a half?
Yep.
Yeah, a cup and a half of the Karo syrup, 2 cups of whipping cream, 2 cups of sugar, and then a teaspoon of vanilla. But to make caramels, you're gonna need a candy thermometer. And we tried it in different pots. This is Jack's favorite pot for us to do it in.
Yeah.
So first you get all your ingredients out. All right, and then you go ahead and you measure out all your ingredients and you get them in the pot. I usually just go ahead and do it on the stovetop, but Jack prefers to measure all his out, put them in the pot before. So that's what we do next. You get your ingredients in, it's going to look something like this, and you go ahead, you put it on the stove top, put it on high heat, and Jack's got his wooden spoon. You got to start with a wooden spoon, and you are going to stir this constantly until it is boiling and reaching what degree, Jack?
238.
Yep, 238 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we'll show you what to do next. If you take it off before the 238, it will make the caramel very runny, and if you take it off too long, like let it go too far, it makes it very hard, like a sugar daddy. So you gotta have the candy thermometer in there. All right, so right now it's been going about 4 minutes, and it's kind of looking like this or so. We've actually experimented with different pots that we have and the different burners, and we have, what would you say, 3 different pots that we cook it on? 3 pots, and they all do it a little different. Why do you like this one the best?
Well, when it boils up, the other 2 pots, they're smaller, so it gets closer to boiling over.
Boiling over. So yeah, we've actually noticed some pots take longer than the others. So still going at it. It's been going about 11 minutes now, so it's looking like so. And we went ahead and put the thermometer in there. And you don't want it touching the bottom of the pan because you have got to stir constantly. Oh, move your hand. You've got to stir constantly. And so you want to keep it to where it's not touching the pan, so it's really getting the temperature of the candy being made. So this has got to go all the way up to 238. Once it gets to 238, we're going to take it off of the heat. We're going to take it off of the heat, and we'll stir in 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and then we'll pour it in our pan that we've already got ready. It's a buttered cookie sheet. So a little bit more to go.
No.
All right, let's go. So once it gets to 238, you take it off the pan while you're still stirring it, and then you're going to move so Riley can see. Then you put a teaspoon of vanilla in it. Riley, get a shot on the inside of this. And then you beat it. It's going to look like so. Okay. And then you're going to take it, put it in the pan. after you get it poured from the pan, it'll look like this in a cookie sheet. You could use a more shallow pan if you want to, but this is just what we do it. And then it's very thin and runny. Oh, somebody's about to try to get the rest of the caramel. And you have to let it harden before you wrap it, and we'll show you how to wrap it. All right, after it's been a little bit, your caramels will look oh, camera's not in very good focus. Something like this. They're not runny anymore. They've got a good, nice caramel texture. And you will prep. You will cut off some wax paper strips. I just tear them about so high, and then I cut them right in half, and to get ready to wrap them. So, like I was saying on the wax paper, there's really no method. I just pull a bunch out. We get them, and then we just cut them in half to start the wrapping process. All right. At this point, it kind of becomes a family thing. You just cut them into squares, kind of like a grid, however big you want them, and then we just throw them on here to wrap them. So you just cut them. Alright, so then you just lay them in the middle of a wax paper, and go ahead, Riley. We have an assembly line of all of our kids. You take it, don't smash it, she's not, and you just roll it, twist the edges, very good, and then you just, there you go. And we make a huge batch and we put them in a bowl and enjoy them with coffee. Okay, and then when you finish, you will have a big bowl of caramels all wrapped up and ready to enjoy with your coffee.